Hello and welcome. I am the Organizer Advisor here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. We are almost halfway into our 90-day total life transformation, and we have accomplished an enormous amount with daily steps for not only our health and beauty, to transform the way we look and feel, but to transform our living space and our environment so that it's uplifting and clean, and it's a space where we are going to be able to create that soul sanctuary away from the crazy world. Okay, so you guessed it, today we are going to gather, group, go through and create a dedicated space for all of our photography equipment. So go get something to hydrate with, gather all your photographic equipment, paraphernalia, camera cards, and then meet me back here, and we're going to go through and then create this dedicated space where we can use these items to enhance our happiness. Okay, so now, if you are a photography buff, you're going to have a lot of equipment. You may just have one or two cameras. You may have a whole lot. In today's world of social media, picture taking is just kind of, I want to say performance art, because it's almost like we're constantly on stage. However, we take a lot of pictures. Now, many of us, the digital natives, use our cell phone for pictures. I know I have 10,000 photos on my cell phone. However, old school people have, cameras and lenses, and we need to organize those so that we can be able to access them. I take a lot of pictures. All the pictures that you see on the Organizer Advisor Facebook page or YouTube channel, in my videos, on my social media page, Ravensduke Cottage, which kind of highlights my life here in this, my little country cottage, my little girl dream cottage. All of those photos I have taken, with the exception of a couple that my son took. Every other photo has been photos that I have taken. So it's kind of a passionate hobby for me, so I do have quite a bit of equipment. But what we want to do now is, now that we've gathered, we want to group them. So I have, cameras and lenses, and then batteries for my cameras, filters for my lenses. So these are all for the digital old school cameras. Now I also have items for my cell phone, so I want to put those separately because I want to keep those in two different containers or bags so that I can grab what I need when I need it. Another thing that I would suggest is get any kind of camera cleaning wipes or kit items that you have, because we're going to use those in just a minute. You also want to gather your camera cards and any kind of documents that came with your camera, so that you have those in a dedicated space. You can store these in your accordion file, or you can put them in your camera bag, but I like to keep them close by in case I need any of the information in here about how to use my camera. Okay, so now that we have everything gathered and grouped, we're going to go through and clean. Now I want to take, and I'm not going to do a whole lot to show you, I don't want to take your time, but I am going to take my lens cleaning fluid, my microfiber cloth, same thing I used with my computer. I have my little lens duster, and I also have lens wipes. And remember, I put these in my eyeglass cases too, so that when I need to clean my eyeglasses, I have wipes. But you want to take these with you in case you're photographing and it's a dusty day, you're able to clean your lenses. So what I'm going to do is just show you an example of, well, I better use the camera. I'm going to take the lens off, and then I'm going to clean the lens in the inside of the camera. I'm just going to do one. So I'm just going to take my little lens, and I'm just going to brush on the inside to get any dust. Notice I'm holding the camera upside down so that the dust falls downwards instead of back into the camera. Okay, so now I'm going to take my lens cleaning solution and my microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to clean the inside part of the lens, and then I'm going to reattach it to my camera before I clean the outer lens. Now I'm going to take the lens cap off. I'm going to use my microfiber clean little cloth, and I'm going to clean the lens on the outside of the lens, and then replace my lens cap so that it protects my lens. Now I'm going to take my wipe. I'm going to take a clean wipe, and I'm going to wipe down the outside of my camera. You can use Listerine spray and just spray it onto a soft cloth. You can do that. That's going to help disinfect. But I'm going to just wipe the outside of my camera and the lens because I want to remove any kind of dust or particulate so it doesn't scratch any of my lenses. Also, your viewfinder and your lens eye piece that, you know, when you're looking through, you may get a little makeup on if you wear makeup. So you want your camera to be really clean so you can get accurate pictures. There we go. You can also clean the strap. You may want to take, if they're like really dirty, you may want to take them off and wash them in hot soapy water, rinse them and let them air dry. Okay, so I'm going to use that procedure for all of my filters for my lenses, all of my lenses and lens cases. And what I want to mention about this is when you take these out, you want to make sure that you clean out your lens cases so that there's no dust and like hard particulate like sand or you know, sticks or leaves or anything in your cases that could scratch your or get into your lenses. So I like to clean those as well. So I will clean all of these lenses individually, and then I'll put them all into my camera bag. Now again, when you are using a camera bag, periodically you want to go through and make sure that there's no kind of hard particulate debris in here, so you may want to vacuum it out really well, just so that it doesn't get into the lenses of your camera. You also want to check every nook and cranny, make sure you have all the camera cards, all the items in one dedicated space. Okay, so batteries, you want to go ahead and get your battery chargers and charge your batteries so that you have those on hand. You can also clean off your little battery chargers in the terminals of your battery so they make a good connection. I just use my lens wipe for that. And then you may want to charge your batteries so that you have your cameras ready to go for your next photographic excursion. Okay, so here's some items for my cell phone. Kind of the same thing. I want to use my microfiber cloth for this. So whatever you take with you normally is what you'll keep in your camera case so that you can just have it in an accessible location, maybe a foyer closet, someplace near the door, so that as you, you know, exit for your adventure, you can remember to grab your camera. So when you're looking in your camera case, make sure there's no dirt or debris that could interfere with your lenses. Make sure everything is stored safely. It's super, super important with our camera gear that everything is stored safely so that we don't have any damage to photography equipment is extremely expensive. So, okay, camera cards. You want to maybe have a case for your camera cards. I have this little case, and it's handy because it keeps, you can see lens wipes everywhere, keeps my camera cards very organized. I have some camera cards that work with some cameras and some that don't, so I want to make sure I have them organized. You may also want to go through and download your photographs from your camera cards onto your computer or external storage device so that you have clean camera cards. There is nothing more frustrating than when I am trying to get a picture and my camera cards are full. So, and as many pictures as I take, that does happen. So I'm going to download all of my pictures off of my camera cards and put them on my external hard drive so that they are kept safe. Now, the last thing I want to mention is your cameras. You want to log their serial number in your home inventory. So you want to have a description of your camera, the model number, and the serial number. So in the case that it gets lost or stolen, you then can you have the serial number and evidence that you have that as part of your household inventory. You want to do the same thing with your lenses, so that in the case that there is any kind of damage to your home or your camera gets stolen or lost, you do have some serial numbers to give to your insurance company or to law enforcement. So just a little tip from me. Okay, so now that we have everything grouped and gathered, and you may want to create your little lens cleaning kit so that you can carry this in your camera bag. You have your camera cards ready to go, your lenses are clean, and everything is ready to go. So you want to put them into your camera bag. I have a couple of camera bags, and one for each camera, and lens cleaning kit, batteries, additional lenses. I want to put that in a lens case, and then I'm going to zip this up, have it ready to go. Oh, put my camera cards in there so I don't forget. That has happened to me multiple times. And now I have this ready to go. I can just grab and go whenever I'm on my way out the door to a sporting event, to a hike, to something that I'm going to do outdoors to have fun with family and friends. Okay, friends, that is our organizational toga for today. Today's organizational goals and activities is organize all of your photographic paraphernalia and create a dedicated space to store these items so that you can access them for your next adventure. All right. Thank you so much for your positive energy here. Until next time, love you.